fans are singing along with Bryson Stott's walk-up music.
Everybody standing here at Citizens Bank Park. Sanchez to the belt.
Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Christopher Sanchez, for the first time in the big leagues, has thrown a complete game shutout.
Harper looks at Arcia again as he goes around the second base.
And it's turned into the Bryce Harper game.
The game's tied. Castellanos in the third. Dusty is waving him home. Here's the relay to the plate. There'll be no throw. Phillies lead. Breaking ball blasted. Game is tied. Castellanos for the Phillies. And it's a brand new game. And the Phillies close out the National League East. They are the champions of 2024.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to a brand new edition of the Quit Chasin Show. We are a little cheeky, a little irreverent, and always unqualified. We bring you 162 when you aren't able to. I'm Alex Kruger. That's Chris, and that's Danny Gerb. Danny, say hi to the folks.
Hey, everyone. How you doing tonight, Alex? Chris, how are you?
I am great.
I knew we were going to step all over each other. I absolutely
no, that was
that's
perfect.
Mine. That was mine. That was
You're
mine.
Right. Mine. That's wow. We have never said the name of the episode so early before. Nicely done. Doing great. How about you, Chris?
Good. I had a case of the Monday, so I figured I would jump on and hang out with you fellas for a little bit.
I'm here for it. I had a good Monday. I got things accomplished, and I decided why not have my night be meaningless and record a pod. So here we are. Danny, welcome back to the show. The folks haven't heard you in a while, and while I can't say that they missed you, I can't say they listened to me either. So welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Alex, you did a good job. In and out, man. 14 minutes. We'll never do that again. Hey, real quick, though, if people recall our beach episode a handful of weeks ago, I need to make an apology. Wildwood, I get it now. Kim surprised me with a room down there. It is not a day trip beach. It is a stayover beach. I understand it a little more. It's not going to raise it on my beach tier, but that attitude of I don't get it is gone. I completely understand it.
That's awesome. When I was a kid, we actually stayed at a campground right by Wildwood Beach. And that's a fun experience too, camping while in a beachy resort. So glad you had a good time. Did you stay away from the boardwalk, go on the boardwalk? Did you watch the tram car, please?
Oh, that's still saying that. Yeah, we were right off the boardwalk. We were at this kitschy little hotel motel, the Starlux. It was fantastic.
That's awesome. What makes a good hotel motel for you? What do you need? What needs?
Right by the bowls. It was seriously by those Wildwood Beach balls. Right by the balls. So they do that like kitschy mid-century thing, which is my vibe in general. So any of those mid-century type. I mean, my living room is mid-century. Like it is my aesthetic. It is my vibe. I would have thrived in that era of life.
What?
The short shorts, the misogyny.
White man like you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I would have done well. I would have done great. I don't know about. I say that to Kim, and she looks at me and says, "Yeah, you would have, buddy." And I'm like,
Yeah, I remember one time at some point I lost one of my jobs as an adult. And I remember my mom was really worried about it. And my brother Tim looked at her and was like, he's a white guy with a degree. He's going to be fine. And I've always carried that with me of so that is that unassumed privilege that everyone talks about. Fair enough.
Yeah, what's that like?
Well, it's our cross to bear.
I haven't had to work
our cross to bear.
It is.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're a better person than us, so you're welcome. It's like bilingual people. I can barely speak one language. You can speak two. You're much smarter than me in that avenue.
Yeah.
Are you bilingual, Chris?
Absolutely not.
I did not mean to imply that he was. If you inferred, that one's on you. I did not mean to imply that at all. I was just too random.
Let's say there's one name going on the list right now.
I would have been thoroughly impressed.
I'm always impressed by bilingual people, even moderately bilingual. I got nothing on that jazz. All right, folks. So to talk a little bit about programming, you'll notice that.
Oh wait, hold on. No. I'm going to derail us real quick.
Love it.
A heated pool. It had a heated pool.
Okay. Is that a must for you or just a bonus?
That is a must for me.
Eat
It's a
it indoor,
must.
Albuquerque. See,
It's
I
in
can do it too. Normal.
I mean, that is what we do here. So yeah,
It's true.
well done. All right, Chris schooled me. Let's go.
That was nicely done. That was very nicely done. All righty, folks. We are now going to get into not necessarily the week that was, but the series that was and the series that will be. As you know, Danny wasn't with us last week, so I did a little quick in and out solo shot. So all we have to recap thus far is the Miami Marlins series, which at this time of the year, in a push to a playoff, is most likely going to give us fits. Well, in the first game, Miami 3, Philadelphia 9. Sanchez was hurling and the bats were a-going in front of just about nobody. But you know who this game was in front of? America. And boy, oh boy, didn't she find that out. That was this game, right?
That was this game.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
By the way, little inside baseball. We don't have an agenda, which, as you know, I live and die by my agendas. So we are doing this on the cuff. So we're just going to, the baseball, couldn't care less. For a 9-3 game, it was pretty ho-hum. Everything that mattered about that game happened in the outfield. Now, Chris, you, sir, said you were very passionate. So I would like to give you the floor to discuss this incident and your reaction to it.
So 2 things to point out. Number one, living in this area, the local news coverage was unreal over the 48 hours after it happened. Obviously, it branched out nationally, so on and so forth. I did have some friends that attended the game in Miami. They said they had no idea what was going on at the time. Other than Bader hit a home run, they had no idea the hullabaloo that what's-her-name caused. Because 1, the home run kind of went off the video screen as soon as the ball hit the stands, and 2, there was like 12 people there. So, and most of them were Phillies fans. So, they had to wait just like the rest of us to see it on social media, to see it on the news, to see what happened. Now, I've been heavily invested in trying to understand both sides of the whys and the why nots. Do you go after a home run ball? Why would she complain at the dad?
What is the unwritten rule, out of curiosity, on the home?
There is not an unwritten rule. That's my entire point of this conversation.
Okay, so it is truly gladiator. Best whomever ends up with the ball at the end of the day owns the ball.
I've read a lot of things that have said I've been going to baseball games for 50 years, and if it lands in front of me, it's mine. This is like a home run ball or a foul ball, unless you get hit in the face with it, is like a dinner buffet. It is first come, first serve. So let's just kill anything that these other idiots on the internet or people you run into that disagree and say, why are you giving this woman such a hard time? Why? Because 1, it was the kid. It was his birthday. Number 2, the dad was doing the right thing to defuse the bomb that was happening right in front of him. And number 3, why would you touch a stranger at a ballpark unless you're giving him a high five or a handshake because something good just happened?
The audacity to me of her coming over and grabbing this man while he has his son in a celebratory bear hug and chastising him and not listening to anything. Like, it is one of the master classes in nonverbal communication, just watching the conversation in the stands. We didn't need to know any reporting about the conversation that was going down. We saw all of it. It was plastered in front of us like a Charlie Chaplin film. We knew exactly what was happening. And first off, my dad in the stands, I would have done the exact same thing. It is not worth getting shanked in front of my kid or getting my kid in a tussle. And it's not worth me. I guess where I stand with it is, man, my fight or flight, if someone got into my face with that much aggression, it'd be real hard for me not to have more of a fight than a flight reflex, or say to Kara, hey, you're going to want to push her away from me or something. I don't like people invading my personal space when they are aggressive, and I'll do what I got to do to protect my fam. So mad props to the dad for just man, when you consider the feeling he had grabbing that ball for his son on his birthday, to then having to say, you know what, it's not worth it. Here you damn go. The stones on that dad, the stones on that guy to pick the right thing in that moment for everybody's sake. Because people are crazy in 2025. And who knows what would have happened. Danny, I think you're kind of feeling something about the people that are talking crap on the dad giving it back. What's your thoughts on all this?
Well, absolutely. So no, sorry. Sometimes, Chris, I forget that you're our Florida correspondent. So that's a good take. Do you know where in the stadium they were?
They were in left center.
Did they say your friend? No.
Oh, my friends. They were closer to the Marlins, to the Phillies dugout behind home plate, I think. So they were on the complete opposite side of the stadium. So obviously 375, 400 feet away, you're not going to be able to see the little tussle or whatever it is. But he was about as nonchalant as you can talking about it. He said, we had no idea what was going on until people started talking about it on behind us in the stands because they saw it on social media.
It hit fast.
Oh, wow. Okay. It did. I mean, it was super fast. So, and I agree with everything that everyone has said. I've seen like the comment sections, even being the one comment I really loved was, she has never been in the bottom of a 10-kid scrum at a single A game for a foul ball, and it shows. And like, yeah, that's 100% true.
Where's Zach Hempel when where's he weighing in?
Well, that's right. Like her versus Zach Hempel, that would be the pay-per-view of the year. But the umbrage I took with this whole thing is, one, obviously, it was a terrible thing. And you see my balls behind me. I have some. They fell right in front of me. No one was around. They're all single A balls on like weekday nights where it was me and the grounds crew, I'm not moving out of my section to get a ball. That being said, a lot of people do. And if there is a ball on the ground in a row in front of where you're sitting, that's not your ball. If it was your ball, you would have had it. The umbrage I take is all these people on the internet, the Twitter sphere, the bro sphere, if you will, that are like chastising this man for not being a man. And like, how do you not like push her down the steps? They're advocating this violence towards this person and from their kids and calling him a beta or a cuck. Like, that is unbelievably ridiculous to me. You could see him thinking, you could see his thought process as it was all going down, from shock to what are you talking about to get out of here. Yeah, absolutely. You could see it all in his face. And then his interview on whatever it was later where he said, I was at a fork in the road. Like, I could have done something that I would have later regretted, or I could have been the dad and shown my kid how to de-escalate. And that's what we did. And like, that's the exact right answer. He did the exact right thing. It's a ball. And look, he was rewarded for it. The family was rewarded for it.
So at first, when you saw the goodie bag that was presented to them by the Marlins, did you think to yourself like, okay, that's cool. Like, it's not a home run ball and it's like a bunch of Marlins crap, but okay. Was that like
I think that's even better because it's not the team that hit the home run. It's not the team that you're a fan of.
Classy on the Marlins for recognizing and knowing immediately, goodwill, we can do this, guys. Let's get in on this narrative because it is spreading like wildfire, and do the simplest, easiest thing. Go to the team store, grab 4 clearance items that no one knows are clearance, throw it in a bag with a ball. Everyone's gonna love you. And then
has it been revealed what it was? Because they hang on to things. It very well could have been an old JT bobblehead or a Luzardo bobblehead. They could have went and found, ex Marlins players that are on this Phil's roster and like loaded the gear bag up with that.
That would be.
They do hold on to that stuff.
That I doubt we'll ever hear about what was in it. I don't think any people in this story want to be in this story, even the family, or because like they haven't exactly stoked their 15 minutes or anything. I don't think. Like, have they been on Good Morning America or the Today Show or anything yet?
Whatever that interview was.
Okay. Would you say, Chris?
So they did NBC Philadelphia, I think Sunday morning. And then they also had, I think an NBC affiliate, and then Telemundo did a interview with them. And then they were on Good Morning America this morning because they did a report on it.
Man, once you hit GMA, you've sold out, but that's all right. And then, honestly, the Phillies outdid the Marlins by setting up the meet and greet with arguably the greatest Phillies deadline acquisition since Johan Duran, Harrison Bader, whom I adore. But really cool that they got to meet Harrison, get a signed bat, which is even better than a random home run ball, if you ask me. Very cool. Very, very cool. What? Oh, really, Danny? You would say a home run ball is cooler than an autographed game played bat?
So I think I have this thought all the time when I see like those guys catch a ball that are like some milestone ball and they give it up and the player gives them a signed bat. Like I always think like if I was in that situation, I would be like, yeah, man, you can have your ball back if I get another game used ball. It could be a foul in the dirt for all I care. But like the bat to me is like, it's cumbersome. What am I going to do with it? It's super cool. I'm not going to take that away, man. Super cool when the players do it. It's a super cool gesture. Me personally, like I'd be like, keep the bat. Like I'll take a foul in the dirt. Like
that's tough. I don't know how I feel about that because the bat is so much cooler to display.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How are you displaying it? How are you displaying it?
Oh, easily. You just put up a little thing on the wall and you hang it from it. And like, yeah, the thing's going to be sideways. That's okay. Or they make little bat stands you can get. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, now you're cluttering up your house. I don't think it's like you can put a ball on a shelf that's out of the way. It looks good. It's a nice piece. Having a bat
kid
somewhere
goes and plays a game of baseball at the Sandlot and it goes over the damn neighbor's fence and gets eaten by Hercules. So
Baby Ruth, man. Baby Ruth.
All right. So have we all said all that there is to say about the Karenizing? We don't know who this woman is, which does anyone want her to lose her job? Does anyone in this chat want her to be doxxed any more than she already has? I don't.
So
I feel like
side notes on this are I was just reading. So at first everyone understood that, or everyone was under the impression that she was a Hamilton Township school administrator. They sent out a statement today saying that she's never worked for us, nor do we have any idea who she is. And then I was just reading. There's another claim out there that she is a nurse somewhere in South Jersey, where the comments said, "I have no idea. It's all hearsay until something is confirmed."
How is this not someone that lives in Florida? Isn't that the most likely answer? Anyway.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be, but also keep in mind that until Labor Day, school was they didn't start school until this past Tuesday, so it could be a last minute vacation before whatever. But let me ask you a question. Here's a poll for the two of you. Who would you be more embarrassed for? Her, and this is going to might be an easy question. Who would you be more embarrassed for? Karen herself, or the boyfriend/husband/partner that sat there and watched this whole thing go down and didn't do a goddamn thing about it?
Her. People are their own choices. Men are not responsible for curtailing their women. Everyone is allowed autonomy. I am 100% just her. I'm not going to blame him. Like, yeah, man, you probably should have stepped in and been like, hey, honey, you're about to become a massive, massive meme. You might want to rethink this. But given her attitude, maybe he's not the type to have pants. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm with Alex. It's her. Like, here's the thing. You don't want to judge someone on their worst moments. We have never seen this person. The nation has never seen this person except for this matter. However, the subsequent flipping off the crowd, then
that was a tough look.
Getting into further altercations afterwards. I have a feeling that wasn't her worst moment. I don't know. I think she's had a lot of worse moments that led her up to think that she could behave this way in a public setting.
Correct or not, she seemed sober. Like, just looking at her body language,
she did seem sober. She did, yeah.
Yeah, can't even blame the drink on this one.
She probably had a tea.
I like it.
Yeah.
This
is one of the reasons why we went on a Monday night. We wanted to get to this before it got too old.
Right, and in the day of these, like the vine, it is almost dried up. All right, I think we've said everything there is to say on it. We're at 18 minutes. We're going to go to the second game we're recapping, which is Miami 2, Philadelphia 4.
Actually, can I go back to the game, itself?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you going back to the heated pool again?
No. I'm going back actually to the game that was played on the field.
Usually I'm the one getting made fun of. This is nice.
The Phils saw 189 pitches in that game. That's fantastic. The other thing, what was it? That Marsh home run, and I said it in our text thread. Like, It ended up being what a 12 pitch at bat, 13
11 or 12 pitch.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
Didn't see that coming.
And no, and you always want your boys to win the at bat battle, right?
Yes.
I'm watching this at bat. I'm watching him take and foul off and lay off, all the stuff that you want to do. And I got to the point where I was like, this is a great at bat no matter the outcome. 2 more pitches later, I was like, I need him to win this at bat. I need Marsh to win this at bat. Like more than you want just every at bat, your boys to win every at bat. It got to this is a great at bat no matter what happens. To come on, dude, win this one. And that homer, just like it might have been the most satisfying homer I've seen this season.
It really felt good. It really felt.
I know that's an the game was on its path to being won. It was an away game against the Marlins in the mid innings, but for some reason, that was one of the most satisfying homers I've seen this season.
Yep, I'll agree with that. Now, for the love of God, I'm going to transition to the second damn game of the Marlins.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Philadelphia 4, Miami.
Did you see
2.
that someone stole the ball?
Schwarber and Baum were the only 2 starters that did not get a hit, but thankfully Jesus Luzardo was back to doing his things, and God help me, Harper of all people led off the game with a third batter home run, which is not really leading off the game, but got a home run in the first inning, and Phil's never really looked back. It was wonderful. They were up 4-2 by the end of the 4th, and there was no scoring after that. Johan Duran with the save. I have nothing of substantial influence to say about this game other than Trey Turner didn't start, and this was the first time he didn't start since the 3rd game of the season. And at the time, it seemed like load management. Gents?
Yeah, so RBI or Harper getting those early inning RBIs with his matchy gear on. So he did something with his matchy gear. So that needs to be of note. Also, Turner, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just thought it was because they were winning the game, running away with the game on Friday night. Turner was taken out of that game early.
I didn't realize that. You're right.
Before this sitting on Saturday. Yeah.
Yep. So honestly, I don't think there's much else that needs to be said about game 2. So I'm going to go into game 3 because that seems to be where all the information's coming from. Game 3, Philly 4, Miami 5. Honestly, folks, we were bound to drop one of these games in South Beach. We always do. The perfect day to lose a game is a game where Taiwan starts and he gives up 4 earned runs in the first inning. I texted a fan of the show, Jack Fritz, as well as the Quit Chasin thread, and said, I take back everything I said about wanting to see Taiwan Walker in the postseason. Granted, Jack was a little too busy being interviewed on CNN about Karen to respond, but that's okay. He'll get back to me at some point. But yeah, so we were all watching the game. I was listening to the game because even though, what's his face was on the TV, Fransky, honestly, Greg Murphy and Stockard were not that bad of a duo, and I was doing stuff around the house. So when I heard that Trey got to first and immediately just walked off, got to first and didn't even look at any of the play's consequences before he just pieced out. And given where it was in the game that we were coming back, that we were launching a rally, and he is a good competitor, no one felt good about the fact that Trey Turner took himself out of this game, only to find out it's a tight hamstring. Just like that game Danny and I were at last year, where he took himself out of the game on a Friday night Thunder Guns because of a tight hamstring, and he was gone for 6 weeks. So, gents, what was your only answer this question, but what was your immediate reaction when Trey came out? Chris.
Shit.
Danny?
Yeah, it was interesting. So you started texting the thread, and I could tell you were listening to it. And I could tell you were listening to it.
So and what is that? Let me ask you, let me super quick interrupt. What is the difference between when you can tell I'm listening versus when you can tell I'm watching? Because of the delay? Because the delay and a half.
Yeah, the delay, and you'll comment something that was so obvious, oh, they called a play and you didn't see it. Like if you were watching it, you wouldn't have made whatever comment you made. So it was very clear you were listening.
Okay.
What I found interesting was, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, like there was no stumble, there was no limp, there was nothing on the base. He hits first, runs past first, like you do, calls time, mouths something like "I'm done," walks down to the dugout, and is gone. No wincing, no grabbing. So I thought at the time, you guys were like, "Oh crap." I was like, I don't know, man. Homeboy just like walked off. Like he didn't grab anything. There was no look of pain on his face. It was just a walk off. So I didn't think it was going to be horribly serious.
Is Trey Turner tougher than we all realized? Like, is he just like he knows his body well enough? Because again, when we were at that game last year and Trey got hurt, again, he did not wince. He did not limp. He gave zero indication, both live and on the replay after that play, that something was wrong. And then he was out for 6 weeks. Is Trey Turner a tough son of a bitch and none of us have realized?
I told
you. Harper winces when he sneezes. But like Trey Turner over here has pulled his hamstring twice and is making I don't know. What do you think?
I told you
I refuse. I refuse. So
I think Trey Turner is a tough son of a bitch.
If Philly Karen versus Zach Campbell is the main event, me versus Chris is the undercard.
I'll rep that one because Chris has gotten me on the team Turner. Like Turner for MVP. My immediate reaction, because I asked both of you, my immediate reaction was, well, there goes the playoffs. We'll get there, but it ain't going to last. Like, Edmundo Sosa is a great guy to give dudes the day off. Every time we rely on Edmundo Sosa, he's not pinch hitter Edmundo Sosa. He's not fill-in Edmundo Sosa. He's 200 hitter Edmundo Sosa. So, like, I'm not great.
Except for
mid-season last year. Yeah, mid-season last year, he went on an absolute scorcher when Trey was gone.
So I'm going to grab a fork because I have a lot of words I need to eat. You're absolutely right. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You're so right. He went on a damn scorcher when he was playing every day. Wow. I'm on crack, apparently. And it's cool because we have a backup in Buddy Kemp. Or no, not Buddy Kemp. Who's the new Buddy Kemp? Otto Kemp. Otto Kemp is up on the team. Yes.
Otto Kemp went up. Aiden Miller got the call up to AAA.
How funny is it that Aiden Miller got the call to AAA, Dano? Because some people were ready to fillet me when I jokingly said, "Oh, time for Aiden Miller to come up." And look at that, little man made his way up to the 3As. Huh?
Turner goes down, everyone gets bumped up. What do you want me to say?
I guess, and by the way, folks, apparently Alec Boehm also has a shoulder thing. He's going to be out for 10 days of crying. This was.
Yeah, I think Chris can speak to that one. I don't know.
Do you want to speak to that one, Chris? Because I'm going to get amped up, sort of.
I listened to what Topper had to say today, and he said, "I guess I mean, he's going to show it with absolutely zero expression or emotion." But he said it's been lingering for a while. He's been fighting through it, like it's been pulling on him. Has been swinging or something along those lines. He said he doesn't expect it to be long term, probably 10 days. Let the thing heal up, shut it down so that the shoulder can get right, and then be good for the last couple of weeks of the season. And hopefully by that point we don't really need him because we've already won the division. But I mean, we don't know exactly what the extent of the pain was, so we'll see.
So I'm with Danny on I couldn't care less about the division as compared to the second bye. Like the division is nice, that's great, but if we don't get a bye, who cares? I mean, I do care about the division. I'm not trying to go up to Flushing for the wild card series or any dumb crap like that. Granted, never mind, that would never happen. But anyways, it could. I hear what you're saying, and I guess the thing that gets me and the thing that frustrates me every single time is the fact that I can't trust our front office and our manager to tell us what's going on. And I understand the competitive advantage of not revealing the extent of injuries and all that shit, but this isn't football. And at least when Bill Belichick wasn't telling everyone the injuries on the Patriots roster, he was still bringing home championships. So you let it pass. But like, all these years of going through all of these injuries and not realizing like, Oh, okay. So JT's a little bit hurt. What's that? He had arthroscopic surgery on his knee. I didn't see that one coming. Like, oh, that's weird. Harper's been cradling something. What's that? His wrist has been bugging him for a year and a half. Oh yeah, no, stop something. And like we keep finding out about these nagging things well after the fact. Like, oh, by the way, totally was lying to you the whole time. And it's like, I want to be able to trust Topper and Dombrowski, but they've given me no reason to. And my question to you guys is, what is the role of the organization, the media, the fans, vis-a-vis how we're informed of what? Do they owe anything to us as fans to let us know how severe these injuries are? I don't know. Am I being a dick for assuming, like, really wanting to know what the hell's going on with these players?
You're damn right I ordered the code red.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks so much for the input.
Yeah, so it's interesting. That seems to be the talk of the town at the moment. Going back to Trey walking off the field, he was sat down early on Friday, didn't play Saturday, Sunday. He just walks off the field. That some people believe that's because something happened Friday. The organization already knew. They already had that plan. So when he just walked, they're like, "Oh crap, it is real." Yeah, I saw Drunk Phil's fans made a post about it. The radio talked about it a little bit. Other pods, like, I think the Phils have become the new Flyers in that, like, can't trust anything the administration puts out.
How do they do that in a town like Philadelphia? How do you be like? How can you be distrustful? That is so frustrating. Say everything you will about Ruben Amaro. I never felt like I didn't know what was going on with any of those guys' injuries. Same when Charlie was in the helm. Like, I do not appreciate not knowing what's going on and not being able to believe the words that are coming out of their mouth. Like, again, it had to have been so frustrating to be a Patriots fan. Like, thank God they had all those banners that they could cuddle themselves up with, because they never knew shit for like 20 years as to what was happening with their team.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. It's just I think Topper's got a very similar Belichickian mantra where we're moving on to the Mets and we'll worry about what we're worrying about internally. So I mean, if I get both sides of it. I mean, as fans we want to understand and want to know more of what's going on with our team, yes, but at the same time, if it doesn't affect, if it's going, we're the ones that are going to be directly affected. The players are going to play as a team together, and they're not going to listen to the noise.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Alex paused this to grab another beer while I was about to make a point, and now the inside baseball, I have no point to make.
Damn it! I thought we needed a regroup session. We learned last full episode the joys of the pause button. I needed a regroup session. Nobody else needed it, apparently. So,
Danny, I have a question for you. Just inside scoop. Out of the top 3 heated pools that you've been in, which one is your favorite?
Oh, okay. So, my absolute favorite. There's a little crap hole of a motel that has like rat holes in the doors, and you can seriously see out of the street in Ocean City, Maryland, called the Admiral. They have
the Admiral's the best.
Yeah, their heated pool, fantastic. That is number 1 for me. Number 2 is my newfound favorite, the Starlux. I love the shape. And number 3 is this house I rented in the Outer Banks that had a heated pool, but there was a tropical storm on the way, and I wanted to make sure I was still able to swim. So I looked up the manufacturer's directions and cranked that sucker up to 99 and swam all day in the rain, and it was perfect.
Love it. I love that you actually went there and answered it. Guys, I don't know. This is what happens when we record on a Monday. We all got a case of the Mondays. So we're going to talk about the New York Mets coming to town. So the Mets are coming to town for 4 games. It's the last time we are going to see them in the regular season. And they have owned us at their house. We have not swept them at ours. So this is pretty important. We walk into the series 7 games up in the division. Everyone beats the Mets except us. So I don't know what's going to happen from here. We've got a couple of more. Like, there's not a lot of baseball left in this season. So I guess I don't really know how to frame this, but like, how do you guys feel going into this Mets series right now? Chris, let's start with you.
A series split's a huge win for us.
Okay, Danny. Oh shit! Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. Today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to give me more than 4.5 seconds to discuss.
Sassy Chris today. We got sassy Chris today. I like it. He does have
it's a fucking Monday. Leave me alone. I'm still pissed off about Friday. No, the series split's a big win. I mean, I have a feel we know what we're going to get with Nola, and he happens to be pitching against a guy who's bitch slapped us across Flushing a week and a half ago. I still think Nolan McLean, who was their number 3 prospect, he's going to be bound for greatness, and he's going to be one that we're going to see for the next 7-8 years. But then we got our top 3 guys go. At this point, we got our top 3 guys going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, heading into Friday. Which also leads me to: did you guys see the first batter that Walker Buehler faced at Lehigh? This weekend, he gave up a home run.
No, I did not.
100% true.
Did he settle in after that?
3 innings, 5 hits, 2 or 3 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 5.
So a Taiwan start. Okay.
About.
Honestly, better than a Taiwan start. He only walked 2 and struck out 5.
Something along those lines.
Chris, for my benefit, out of pure curiosity, what is it that we are getting out of Nola?
Out of Nola tonight.
Yeah,
hopefully not 4 runs hopefully not giving up 4 runs in the first 3 innings.
Wow, that is an ambitious goal. To get through 3 without having given up 4, Chris, that is ambitious. To get through 2 without giving up 5 is ambitious.
He's at home, not on the road.
Well, that's right. This is his start. So he's at home, not on the road. It's been a month now since he's come back. This is his start. This is the start we judge him on. This is the time, right?
I'm guessing 6 innings, 5 runs, all earned within the first 2 innings. He's going to give up 5 in 6. He's going to settle in. It's a Taiwan start for him.
I am taking a different approach from Chris. I think McLean, they've seen him. I know he's got a sub-2 ERA. Usually would scare this team. I think they respond tonight. I think they go after him early. I think they get it. If Nola keeps them in the game, they keep them in the game. I'm with Chris. A split is a win. It puts us exactly where we are now. Inside baseball, again, one of the reasons why we're going on Monday, because anything less than a split, Alex will be no good. So we wanted to make sure we got a show out this week. So we're doing things a little different.
Anything less than a split, Alex is going to be the one that's saying these guys are all bums. Fire the world. Danny, you and I are
go back to our PTSD episode. I handled myself very properly. I came proper, Alex. You know it.
In public you come proper, in private you're a different story. I show the fans who I am. Okay. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm the kind of guy that laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean. Soon will.
Also, I don't know. We wanted to try a preview. We've never previewed a series.
We never previewed a series. And I will say, Chris, to your point, knowing that we've got Ranger, then Sanchi, then Luzardo to close out this series, and at the same time, we're seeing AJ McLean, we're seeing Sean Manaea, like we're seeing the guys that are going to be pitching for them in the post, and every time we get to see these pitchers, I do feel we're better than the time before in theory. Now, Manaea kind of owns us, but I don't.
He was the one they hit around last time.
But
they actually had some hits off of Manaea.
Okay. But he killed us in the playoffs,
game,
right? Last year? Like, he was really good against us at one point or something. Man. I don't know. But there is something about the Phillies as an organization, as a historical franchise, don't hit rookies and, like, don't hit guys that they haven't seen. So seeing these guys again so close to October, I do feel good about that. I really do. Oh, my God. Hold on. Real quick. I know we are only previewing this series, but did you know who's starting for Kansas City in the first game? No. Michael Lorenzen.
Oh, good for him.
Right. I didn't know he was on a team. Good for him. Anyway, sorry. So as far as the Mets series, I agree with you. I think a split is a great thing for us. I I'm worried about what the offense is going to do and how the team itself is going to respond, minus Trey. But we got Stubbsy, and that means nothing, but like it's something. So go ahead, Danny. I see you.
I kind of like it. I think they're going to respond well. I kind of like this Harper. If you haven't seen the lineup, I mean, you're going to be hearing this the next day. So Harper led off everyone.
Yes.
You've watched. I'm hoping that kind of I haven't been in love with his at bats
For a year and a half.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping the leadoff mindset might fix a few issues. I think that he will respond well to it.
The thing that worries me, though, I guess in some
I think
ways,
he's the leadoff hitter.
you know what? Interestingly enough, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Jack and James on this week's High Hopes were talking about the fact that like it feels like Harper just doesn't have that clutch it gene anymore, and maybe this helps him get it back. But like he hasn't been clutch since 22. I don't think. Like, did he have any major moments in the 23 or 24 postseasons? I don't think so. Like 22, Bedlam, like he kind of. I don't want to say he peaked, but maybe he peaked. I don't know. Like, is Harper enough of a superstar that he's supposed to be, the prince that was promised, the 18-year-old SI kid? Can he put this team on his back? Can he lead this team through whatever they're going to have to deal with to get through the end of this run? I don't know. We'll see.
The 23 NLDS game, what was it? 3 or 4? Was the Harper game. The Attaboy Harper game.
Oh,
okay.
That was the Harper show.
Yeah, but it was also the Casty series where Casty had like 5 home runs in 2 nights.
Yeah, he hit 2 home runs off of Strider, and then he hit 2 home runs in another game.
I'm just saying, like that. It wasn't close. That was the Harper game.
But it wasn't clutch. Like, how many of those home runs happened when we were already up by 6? To your point, Danny. To your point.
Well, he had 2 that game. I don't know where they came at.
It may have been like hitting your 4th home run when it's already 18-5.
Oh yeah, Ryan Howard it.
You know what's fascinating is that Schwarber hasn't done shit other than that 4 home run game.
Yeah, he's chasing 50.
He is chasing
the last 10 games.
You said it, and you were so right. My man's needs to hit 50 so he can stop thinking about hitting 50 and just go.
Put it together in that bat. I really thought those last couple singles, like especially, would have knocked him out of it. We'll find out. He had that single in the 9th on Sunday. We're gonna see his next at bat tonight, so maybe that knocked him out of it. But I really thought we were gonna see it on Saturday after he got his single on Friday night. I thought that was the reset. It wasn't.
Maybe he's waiting for home. Maybe he's waiting to just show all of us, like, hey, guys, Trey's down. I got you. Maybe tonight's one of those Schwarber run starters. Who knows?
But, yeah, going back to the Mets, man, a split is all you need. It puts us exactly where we were, and that's fine. They're going to take the division with a split. No questions asked about that. At least I don't think, knock on wood, all the things you have to say. It's more of the, can you protect that 4 games against the Dodgers with that bye coming up? And that is my worry. My worry isn't the Mets, it's the Dodgers right now. I think you absolutely need that bye. You can't be on the side of, what are those things called, the squares, the teams, March Madness bracket.
Yep.
Can't be on the same side as the bracket as the Mets, even though I'm not scared of them. And I have a theory that I think Cincinnati.
You know what? I'm so happy you said that, because the way Cincinnati. So, folks, so what we're saying is there's a good chance that Cincinnati, in theory, could leapfrog the Mets. And you know what, dude? I don't even want to go down that path, because I went down that path last year and Schadenfreude hit. And it just didn't work out. But like, when you look at things, I want to pull it up right TF now.
I have it. What are you trying to look at?
Oh wow. So the Reds and the Giants are 4 games back of the Mets.
Yes. The Reds and the Giants are both 4 games back right now. Now, if you look at the Reds schedule, they've got the Padres coming up, but after that it turns into the Cubs. But so they'll go Padres, A's, Cardinals, Cubs,
Cardinals
Pirates,
are only 4.5
and they
back,
close out. they close out their season with the Brewers. Now I think San Francisco actually has the tougher road ahead. They go Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Cardinals, Rocky. Oh no, sorry. They go third time's the charm. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Dodgers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cardinals,
Cardinals,
Rockies.
you said?
That's fun.
That's the Giants.
The Giants.
So,
all right.
Padres, Dodgers.
So looking
Cardinals, Rockies. That's how they finish out their series. So I'm the Reds have the advantage of the schedule behind.
Yet at the same time, the D-backs and the Cardinals are only a half a game behind the Reds. So again, depending on how these series play out, the D-backs and the Cardinals are very, very, very much still in this because they're 4.5 game backs, whereas the Giants and the Reds are 4 games back of the Mets. So it's truly anyone's game for that final playoff spot. Holy crap. And the thing that terrifies me is if it's not the Mets, then it's someone that's coming in real damn hot. And
I don't know. So the teams, there's a big drop off between the teams that are pushing the 90 wins and the teams that are pushing for 80.
I like that
that's
call.
The cluster in the middle. That's that whole cluster in the middle.
You're right. But if the Mets skid, if we do our job against the Mets, they could find themselves on the outsides looking in. I don't think we will, not in 4 games, but it could be cool. I guess that's love it. All right. Honestly, then, folks, having said that, having looked at all of this, love it, hate it, this playoff outlook right now, like how things are shaping up coming into the stretch run. Chris, I'm going to start with you, but like, love it, hate it, man. How do you feel about the rest of the season and what we might see out of the playoffs?
The discussion you guys just had, I don't think it's going to be here nor there. I think after let's say give it 7 days, we're going to lock up the number 2 seed no matter what. We're 7-2 against the We're 7-2 against the Dodgers in the last 2 seasons. We gave away 2. We lost 2 out of 3 at Chavez Ravine last year. We're not expected to pitch against to see Ohtani pitching in our series. We're going to see Glasnow, Snell, and Emmett Sheehan. Snell we tend to beat around. Glasnow tends to be wild, and he walks a lot of batters, which is good for us. From a playoff standpoint, honestly, like we said, the Mets is the team that's going to scare us. There are some teams that are playing very well right now that played us well in the regular season.
The Cardinals have been really weird against us, or not the Cardinals. I'm sorry. The Reds have been a strange team against us this year. Like they've kind of had our number this year.
Yeah, and they got
early though.
Their pitching staff has gotten a lot healthier. Getting Hunter Green back off the IL. You saw what he did to us in Cincinnati. I'm more worried about the Padres more than anybody. If they even make the playoffs, but at the same time, the last 2 weeks, I think I said the last time I was on with you, Danny, the last 2 weeks has given me a lot of positive reinforcement to understand that this team battles better than the teams of the last 3 years. I don't think I think the pitching staff is better set up than we have been in the last 2 years. Granted, we did lose the biggest pitching asset in baseball, I think. It all just depends. For us, it's all going to depend on the bullpen, which, we could have had it saddled up the last 2 years. But now that we have a bona fide closer, we have a left-handed pitcher that can actually stay consistent through an entire season in Tanner Banks.
Tanner freaking.
I'm more.
Wow, actually, that's a great ass point.
I'm more optimistic than I have been since 22 on this team. I think we can get to the World Series. Now, Danny and I think both agreed and said we'd lose to the Mets in the DS, but I think we can get to the World Series. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and beat a dead horse on this and that. Let's just win ball games and at least see who we're going to face in the division series, and then we'll as as Bill Belichick would say, we'll move on to the team that we're playing next.
It's often Cincinnati.
But if I might, fucking hate him. Whatever. Who cares? But while we're on the topic of the playoffs too, I wanted to ask because this was interesting to me, and I saw this on MLB Network's social media outlets. They asked who will be this. They didn't ask who's going to win the World Series. They said who's going to be the World Series MVP this year. And when it came to Philadelphia, Harper's name is the one that constantly came up. Should we win the World Series? Now, Alex, you're shaking your head, and I 100% agree with you. I think that it's going to be Christopher Sanchez. I think it's going to be a Trey Turner if it's one of the two players from Philadelphia.
It's Sanchez or Schwarber. Bryce ain't got that clutch in him anymore. Sorry, dudes. He ain't got that clutch. I believe Schwarber still does, but Harper ain't got that clutch.
Interesting.
Sorry, dude.
Name one player that you think is going to be the MVP on our team should we win the World Series, Dan.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think it probably comes from the pitching staff, and I would go Sanchez as well.
Or could it be Ranger if he starts and closes a la Madison Bumgarner shit? Could that be awesome?
That's a great call.
I mean, I think it's coming from the pitching staff, so yeah, it could be. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked with whatever that name ends up being, unless it's like Nola. Then I'd be real shocked.
That'd be super shocking.
Well, let me say this because I know we're up against the clock too, but I was looking at this. I was looking at this post earlier today, and I said I was thinking just for an instance, there's a long shot here on our baseball team. If we win the World Series, we're getting ready for the parades, and the MVP gets named. I think Harrison Bader is going to be the guy.
You know what? Jack has been talking about. Harrison Bader has a clutch gene, and
he does
show up, and he does. Historically,
he's a baller.
Please go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, I'm 100% on board with you, with Jack, with Danny. And we've been talking about it in our text thread that this guy has brought some gusto and some fire to this team that we haven't seen in God knows how long. He's got the Chase Utley, that fire in his belly with the aggression, but he also plays his position extremely well. He's a smart hitter. He likes to attack the baseball. So I mean, that I think he's that 1,000-to-1 long shot that can absolutely win the MVP if we get that far.
I love your story and I love your style.
Real quick, because we're in the first, but I did want to circle back to this about 10 minutes ago. Chris, out of pure curiosity, again, for me, how do you have the Padres not making?
Thank you for bringing that up, Danny, because I'm watching the game now and I forgot about that. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been wanting to ask that since.
How do the Padres not make it? So you're saying Dodgers win this? Okay, yeah. And then who's the wild cards?
That's
the wild cards would be for whatever reason, I feel like Cincinnati's got a team that can go on a tear. Their pitching staff has been, like I said, on fire. They hit at the right time. They've got a lot of good young players that, granted, they've never been there, and their schedule is kind of favorable. I mean, I think the Cubs are in. It's all gonna depend on those last three spots, and we've seen funnier things happen in the last 3 weeks of the season than having a 6-game lead and losing it.
So
it's absolutely the Cubs. The Cubs are in that first wild card spot at a +5. San Diego is in the second at a +2. So that would put Cincinnati 6 games back from the Padres. I think they have a chance of taking over the Mets. I just don't see him taking over the Padres.
Oh man, that is
Padres
have a tough schedule. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, the Padres are playing the Reds this week. I mean, granted, they go to Colorado. They still have Colorado and the White Sox on their schedule. They still have to play Milwaukee for 3 games and a division rivalry to finish the season with Arizona, who won't shy away if it means ruining someone's playoff chances in their division. So, like I said, we've seen funnier things happen. But
I'm here for it. Are either of you actively watching this game right now?
No, because I'm doing this, but we're gonna get off right now.
I was asked to do a podcast tonight, so I haven't been able to watch it yet.
Cool. I learned how to multitask at a young age, so that's awesome. And folks, that's all I have for you. Danny, say the words.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, that was fun. We'll do better next week. I promise. And everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant.